Foster Air Conditioning Royals Report on Shaw TV, brought to you by Foster Air Conditioning. Online at fosterair.com.
Brandon Magee. He's listed as 5'8", 185 pounds, born in Edmonton, Alberta. Since he was a year old, Brandon has had a hockey stick in his hands.
It's always been a passion of mine. You know, I love the game and I love being out with the guys and having fun on the ice and stuff like that. And that's kind of how I was brought up. You know, I always had a rink in my backyard. My dad always made it every winter. You know, I kind of just grew up playing out there, having fun, and I'd spend countless hours on the backyard rink, working on my shot, or if it was just stick handling and stuff like that. You know, my dad would be out there with me helping.
Brandon's father was a big influence in him taking up the game of hockey.
He kind of taught me like little things about the game and just how to think the game and stuff like that. So my dad's he's always been there for me when it comes to hockey, and he's been a huge factor for me. He's kind of a rec league hockey player, and you know, he still plays today, like beer league and stuff like that. When I'm home, you know, I sometimes head out and watch him play, and it's funny to see the old guys skating around out there.
Brandon was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 4.
You're young and you're kind of terrified of you know, what diabetes could do to you, but you know, ever since I was young, it's been pretty easy going. You know, my dad and my family have been there for me, and obviously like the diabetic clinic that I go to visit kind of teaches me the ways of how to do things. And since, you know, I've grown up, it hasn't really hindered me at all with my hockey ability. So just kind of day by day kind of thing. You know, you get used to your body and, you know, the insulin doses that you do. So you kind of, the longer you have it, I think the more control you can have over it. And you know, if you're having activity and stuff like that, you reduce insulin and sometimes give yourself a little more sugar to make sure you don't crash and go low. So yeah, I've been living with it for quite a while now, and you just kind of get used to it. It's kind of there, and you don't really worry about it too much because you've had it for so long. So I think, you know, it hasn't really hindered me anyway in playing hockey and stuff like that. So it's one of those things that you have and you just deal with it.
According to the Canadian Diabetes Association, over 300,000 Canadians are living with type 1 diabetes. Over 25,000 of those are 19 years or younger.
You know, a little bit of advice is the longer you have it, the more you adapt to the way things work with your body, and that's kind of thing, you know. And you know, if you're a young guy, you know, you don't have to be scared about it hindering you or something like that going into hockey, because I've had it since I was 4 years old, and I'm 19 now, so you know, I've been living with it for quite a while, and I've been able to get to where I want to be. So I don't think you know, if you're a young guy getting diagnosed, you don't have to be too terrified about what's going on.
In Victoria for the Royals Report, I'm Marlon Martens, the voice of the Royals on the Zone at 91.3.
Foster Air Conditioning Royals Report on Shaw TV, brought to you by Foster Air Conditioning. Online at fosterair.com.